Are you ready for some more yoga? Yay! I'm Jamie. Welcome to the Siskiyou Family YMCA gentle yoga practice. In today's practice, as always, if you have, in addition to your mat, blocks, I really highly recommend blocks. They are amazing. They help bring the earth up to you, make things more accessible. And I use them to this day, and they're great to help you to get into some of the postures. Also, I love to sit on a blanket to lift my tailbone up. So if you have a blanket or something to sit on, you can also sit on a block and make it so that your tailbone is elevated slightly. Let's gather ourselves up into Tadasana, mountain pose. Feet are about hip distance apart with outside edges parallel. Soft bend in the knees. Tuck the tailbone slightly, just a little tuck. It's not big. And then firm up through your core. Use those muscles. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. You can leave your hands to your sides if you like. Tuck the chin slightly, just slightly, so that it's like you have an apple underneath it, so that you keep that neck long and still in its natural curve. And then I say float the crown of your head up, like just whatever word works for you. That means pull your crown of your head, the top of your head up to the heavens, up to the ceiling. And let's take a big breath in, reach up to the sky, and bring the hands to the heart or to your sides. And you can look down slightly or close your eyes as we tune in here and just gather ourselves and bring ourselves into this present moment. The whole purpose of yoga is to help us be in our bodies. So much of the time we're out ruminating about the past or stressing about the future. And yoga gives us the opportunity to be right here, right now, in this very moment. So join me here on your mat. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale. Focus on your breath. Inhale, the rise of the chest. Exhale, knitting those ribs together. The belly gets strong on the exhale. One more inhale deeply. And exhale, I am here right now. Flutter your eyes open, reach up, rise up, spread your fingers wide, gentle, and then exhale down. So as always, everything I say is an invitation and it's a suggestion, reaching up and exhale down again. So take what you can, leave the rest. As gentle yoga. If it does become easy, try using blocks to make it harder, and that's actually possible. You can take yourself to a different realm using the blocks to actually stretch different muscles. And we can go into that later, but some of you who have been coming to class, you know how to do that by now. Take your fingers behind you. Now, if you can interlace, open your heart, pop it open, pull your shoulders down and lift your elbows behind. And then again, tuck that tailbone a little bit and be really mindful about pulling your shoulders down and then together. And then while you're doing that, see if you can lift your palms up. So you've got these two forces, one down, one up. And that's what yoga is all about. Easy and difficult, fun and not so fun. We're building tolerance and endurance. Okay, good. That's a little opening there for the heart. So we're going to do a little side opening now. So standing in Tadasana, take your right arm down your side. Just take your fingers towards your knee and then come back up. And then same thing on the left side. And take your ear with your shoulder with your hand. So you're just following that line of movement directly over to the side, over to the right. Inhale at the top. Exhale over to the left. Inhale at the top. Take it over one more time. Each side, just waking up those muscles a little bit. Beautiful. And then come back up to the center. Roll your shoulders a few times to the back. I like to say forward, up, back, and down. And take your time so you get a full range of motion. We're trying to bring some synovial fluid to the shoulder girdle. And then reverse. Go back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. One more. Beautiful. Let's take the chin straight. Find yourself in a tall posture first, and then lower down your chin to your chest and just be heavy and hold. Take a breath. And then rise back up. Look over your left shoulder And then bring it around to the center and look over your right shoulder. And we'll just flow that way with our breath. Inhale through the center. Exhale when you meet that side. Inhale to the center. Exhale when you meet over to the other side. Inhale to the center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale over to the right. And then bring yourself back into the center and drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. And take your left arm out slightly and just hold that for a breath. And then inhale, rise up, take it over to the other side. Maybe bring a little smile to your lips. And you're focusing your here now. Inhale, rise up, bring everything to the center. Exhale, hands to the heart. Hold right there. And then release. All right, so the side bends again. Now we're going to take the right hand down the thigh, but this time we'll bring the left elbow up in opposition. So then you'll come into the center and you'll rise up with your right elbow and take your left hand down to your left knee. And notice how much deeper that goes. And you can start to really lift that elbow up and over to the other side. Right elbow up. Inhale in the center. Left elbow up. Inhale in the center. Right elbow up. Now, if you want to, we're going to reach the entire arm. So as your right arm slides down your hand, your left arm reaches up. Inhale, switch. Exhale, side. Inhale, switch. You're equally pulling up as you are pushing down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, switch. One more each side. Inhale, rise. With the left arm down, with the right. Ooh, I feel it in my sides. Reach. Sound effects are okay. Remember, you can always make lots of noise here. Roll the shoulders back. Okay, let everything just kind of shake out. We started with a couple of the warrior postures in some of the other classes. So we're going to continue with those. But first we'll do a few sun salutations to get warmed up. The sun salutations really help open up the spine and the hamstrings and the hips. So we use gentle movement and approach it very gently, and then we start to add more and more layers. So standing up in Tadasana, reach up and rise up, take a deep breath in, take a gentle bend back, and then exhale, arms all the way down around and meet back at the heart with the thumbs and lift your heart right up to your thumbs. Tighten up your booty, pull your kneecaps up, lift your toes. Hold yourself in this beautiful tall position and then soften a little bit. Inhale, reach and rise. Reaching up, maybe a gentle back bend. And then exhale, float all the way down to forward fold. And forward fold is where you're letting your neck relax. That's the number one priority. Second, knees can bend as much as you need. Third, use blocks if you need to. Fourth, let yourself be heavy to the front. If your knees will start to allow a more open knee, in other words, you're starting to straighten them, you can kind of practice that sometimes. If you're not ready for it, you just keep them generously bent, especially on this first one. Inhale, root down to rise all the way back up to the top, gentle back bend, and then exhale, hands to the heart. And hold for one breath right here. Pull the kneecaps up, squeeze your bottom, and then soften, but stay firm at the same time. Inhale, reach and rise. It's like a dichotomy, isn't it? Exhale, float all the way down to the forward fold, Uttanasana, supporting on blocks if you need, or hanging heavy, letting your neck relax, toning your core. Inhale, root to rise all the way back up to the top. And then exhale, hands to the heart. And we'll add on a half lift. Inhale, reach and rise, gentle back bend. Exhale, float all the way down. Inhale to a half lift. And on this first one, just fine tune it, anchoring somewhere. Blocks, shins, wherever you decide. And then straighten your arms and use them as an anchor to pull. You're pushing against either the block or your shins to pull your heart forward. And then work on your neck. So your neck is long. So you're not looking up or down. You've got an apple under your chin. I guess you're looking down, actually. Sorry, that was kind of a misnomer, but you're not tucking your chin or lifting your chin. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach and rise to the top. And now hopefully things are starting to really warm up and loosen up and shake some things loose here. All right, let's do that one more time. We'll hit the warrior postures. Inhale, reach and rise. Gentle back bend. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a half lift. And then exhale, fold. And then inhale, root to rise all the way up to the top. And exhale, hands to heart. And we're going to skip the chair so that we have time to work on these postures a little bit here with warrior, because this makes our legs strong in a little different way than the chair. And then we'll do the chair a little bit afterwards. But I want to make sure we have some energy for these postures. So stand up nice and tall. Tadasana. Reach the hands right to the heart. And find that wide toe box and spread your toes, lift and spread and reach them forward, and then set them down so you have a nice firm foundation. Inhale, reach the arms up to warrior one. So warrior one, your palms are facing towards one another, and you can even act as though you're holding a ball between your hands. So you've got that energy plugging your arms in. And then speaking of plugging, plug in your shoulders. So you're going to pull your shoulders down, but reach your fingers up. So remember, we've got this energy going up, energy going down, opposing forces, which makes yoga very, very difficult. That's why we breathe. Take a breath in. Exhale, release the hands to the heart and just let the shoulders down and let your arms down. It takes a lot of force to hold these very isometric, difficult postures. They look easy, but they are not easy at all. We're building strength, momentum, a little endurance, and we're also building tolerance. This is what yoga is known for, building tolerance to reduce suffering. So we're going to suffer on our mat just a little bit, and then we'll feel good, and then we'll get used to both. Okay, standing up nice and tall, reach and rise, arms up. Take warrior one arms. Plug in your shoulders, reach to the sky with all your energy. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, tone your abdominals. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart. Now we're going to do a warrior two to each side with our feet in Tadasana. Inhale, reach and rise to warrior one. Exhale, turn the arms and look over to the right. Reach the arms out to the sides as far as they'll go from one another, and take fingers and expand. Plug in your shoulders. Look over your right middle finger, like really pull your head around. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, rise up. Warrior one, and inhale, warrior two to the left. Look over your left middle finger, plug in your shoulders so they're down and in, and then you're reaching your fingers away. Oh my goodness, lots of energy here, lots of fire. Inhale, exhale, inhale, reach, rise, warrior one. Exhale, hands to heart, and relax. All right, you can take many inhales and exhales here. It's really neat to see how far we can go and how strong we can get. And it just takes one more warrior breath than you think you can do. And it takes you to that next level. And then you stay there for a while and you move on. It's super powerful. All right, standing up tall. So for those of you that want to do that again with this leg stance, you'll just stay the same. And your arms will be going differently. Your body will be going, your legs will be going differently than everyone else. But feel free to stay right here in mountain with the legs. Okay, if you're going to try the warrior legs, we step back with that right leg and then turn out, right leg 90 degrees, bend your left knee so it's right over the left ankle. Keep your torso right over your hips so we're not leaning forward at all. So remember that you're on 2 tracks, not a tightrope. So left knee is bent. Right leg is turned out 45 degrees. Keep the right outside edge of your foot pressing into the ground. Left knee and left heel are heavy, shoulders over hips. Rise up with your arms, reach the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Step up to the top of the mat. Into Tadasana. Beautiful. And we'll get the left leg. So step back with your left leg now. Turn out the toes. Be heavy in your right heel and your right knee, and keep your shoulders right over your hips. So if you feel like you're leaning forward, bring yourself back and notice how that changes the legs. Make sure your left outside edge of your foot, the knife edge we call it, is firmly pressing into the ground. Rise up, warrior one. Reach those arms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, plug your shoulders in, but lift your fingers with all your might. When you lift your fingers, can you feel your rib cage lifting, but pulling your shoulders down? Inhale. Exhale, step back up to Tadasana. Ooh, I know. It takes gentle to a whole new gentle. All right. For those of you that want to go on, we'll do one more. So we'll step back with our right foot and we'll do warrior one, warrior two. If you're still facing front, just do the arms. Okay, here we go. I mean, if you're still just doing the arms, not the legs, I apologize. All right, so Tadasana. Hands out for balance. All right, step back with your right leg first. Bend into your left knee. Reach up, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Right arm to the back, left arm to the front. Look over your left middle finger. Notice how your chest goes over to the side. That's great. Inhale. Exhale. Fire coming out your fingertips. Inhale, rise up with those arms. Warrior one. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, up to warrior one. Exhale, warrior two, left arm front. Inhale, warrior one, arms up. Exhale, Tadasana, hands right into the hearts. Ooh, let's roll through those feet a few times. Take our mind off of it. And we've got one more. All right, one more leg. Thank goodness we only have two, right? Okay, speaking of that, take your left foot back, put your weight in your right heel and your right knee, and keep your shoulders over your hips, knife edge, firm foundation. Tweezer the legs toward one another if you want a little more fire and foundation. Inhale, rise up with both arms. Reach tall, reach to the heavens. Shoulders plug in, fingers reach up. Powerful. Tuck your tailbone slightly, squeeze your legs together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Right arm to the front, left arm to the back. Reach your fingers, but plug your shoulders down and in. Oh, lots of work. Tighten your butt. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, reach up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach up, warrior one. Exhale, step up to Tadasana. Very nice. All right, let's take some standing cat-cows to get a little bit of chair action in. Sit back and then stand up with your hands just rolling out over your knees. And sit your hips back instead of bringing your knees forward. Squeeze your butt when you get to the top. Sit back. And this is where I like to remind people to keep an apple under your chin so that your head and neck are just staying in the line of movement, as opposed to looking up like this and jetting your neck out or your chin out. It's not good for your neck. So we kind of try to look once or twice, but keep your neck pretty nice in alignment. Sit back and hold this one. Grab onto your knees if you can. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your tailbone, and then exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your tailbone, pull your shoulders back. Exhale, tuck. Standing cat-cows. Two more. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your tailbone, pull your heart forward. Exhale, tuck. Last time. Inhale, chin, chest, tailbone. Exhale, tuck. And then round yourself up. Hold yourself up. Take those hands behind. Put the other thumb on top if you're interlacing. Lift your heart. Pull your arms up and back. Shoulders down. Take a deep breath. Beautiful. Okay, walk your feet as wide as your mat. And then see if you can take a forward fold here, just bending your knees and then rounding all the way down, and let your head be really heavy. Again, use those blocks if you need to. It just changes a little bit through the pelvis and the way the hips receive this stretch. Let your head be heavy, neck relaxed. And then while we're down here, heel toe your feet together under the hips, and then just step back to hands and knees. If you always step back with your right leg, try to step back with your left knee instead. And we're going to be taking cat cows to start with, and then we're going down onto our belly to work our backs. So hands onto the mat right under the shoulders, knees below the hips. Let's take some cat cows. Drop belly, lift chin, lift tailbone. Exhale, tuck. Now we just did these while we were up top. So now try it a little deeper now that you're on the ground. Find some space. 2 more. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your tailbone, pull your shoulders back, exaggerate forward. Exhale, tuck. Look at your belly button. Really push into the ground. 1 more time. Inhale, lift and pull. Exhale, push and tuck. Bring yourself back to tabletop and slowly take yourself down to the mat onto your belly. Bring your head all the way down, forehead down, and then put your hands right outside your shoulders and then pull them back just a little bit behind the head of the shoulder, and then plug in your elbows and plug in your pubic bone and plug in the tops of your feet. From here, gently lift the forehead off the ground and peel it up, and then just put it right back down. And then next, inhale, peel the forehead, peel the chest off the ground, and then exhale down, and just do what you can. And then inhale, keep pushing down with your pubic bone, tops of your feet, and then even pushing in with your hands if you can, and exhale down. 1 more. Inhale, peel the forehead, peel the chest, keep your elbows close by, maybe push into your hands, and then bring that down and make a pillow with your hands. Set your forehead right there. And breathe, toes together, heels fall apart. Take in a deep breath. Notice how your back feels, your neck, your hamstrings, your hips, your feet. Good. Okay, bring yourself up and let's take child's pose. So push yourself up to hands and knees. And child's pose, if it's really hard, if the knees don't like it, and you can put pads under your knees, or you can actually put a pad between your thighs and your calves to decrease that the knee joint, the angle of the joint. And you can reach your arms out and hold yourself up. Another prop is to add the block underneath your forehead. This is another really nice one because then you can sit back into your hips and you can rest your head. You don't have to stress while you're doing child's pose because I know it's not accessible to everyone. So please feel free to use props. We want the muscles to be introduced to a posture and then strengthened by it, lengthened by it. And these things take time and consistency. And from all the stories I've been hearing from all of you, this is really helping with your life, with hanging out with the grandkids, gardening, playing pickleball, bike riding, aerobics. It's helping all the other things that you love to do. Not to mention sleep, digestion, elimination, and a few other things as well. Okay. Yeah, a little more serenity. I've had so many people tell me about like just how it's helped to calm the mind. All right. So we're going to flip over onto our backs and pull the knees into the chest. And one story that I love is a gal who has had many MRIs, was finally able to use breath and breathing and calming herself down during the MRI so that she could get through it. So, yay. The other thing is please stay hydrated. Drink that water. If you're thirsty, your body will perform better for you. We need water for muscle conduction. Pull the knees into the chest and just gently rock side to side or whatever feels good in your body. I want to bring up also, we were doing a yoga class yesterday, and I had many different ages and many different ability levels in this class, but everyone was in agreement that yoga, after you do yoga, it's kind of a different kind of tired. Um, I I can't even express to you how much this is powerfully helping you from the inside out. Tuck your chin, maybe pull your chin in to your chest as you hug your shins. And if you've been doing yoga, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, but it really works. Okay, walk your heels into your feet. Knees are up towards the ceiling. We're going to take a couple bridges. So palms down, pushing into your heels. Lift your hips up. Tuck your chin. Lift, and then bring it back down. And then lift up. Gentle. Tuck your chin. Flatten your neck as you get your hips higher, and bring that back down. One more, really pushing into the ground. So you're working your hamstrings, working your hips, working your butt, and bring that down. And now extend your left leg all the way down to the ground, and then take just half a butterfly. So you're going to take your right bottom of your foot and hang out at the inner thigh of your other leg, half a butterfly. If this is really uncomfortable, put a block under that thigh to hold it up. It's really nice to be able to still benefit from a posture, even when it's uncomfortable. If you can make it accessible, it will help you exponentially to be able to go to that next level. And every one of these exercises is helping us with fall prevention as well. Every uncomfortable, difficult, hard move, but we do it together, so it's doable, right? And I can hear all of you saying, yes, yes, I love my yoga. All right, take a nice deep breath in here. And exhale, and let's switch. Extend now your right leg, left knee bends in, and turn that left knee out into the other half of that butterfly, supporting with a block if that feels better for your body. On this one, if it's comfortable, let's put the hands in cactus with the palms up. Tuck your chin so your neck is long. And then see if you can really melt into the floor. Take some deep breaths. Sighing out loud is really good for us, and it's a release. It's a release. Animals do it. We do it. So let's do that together. Take a deep breath in and audibly sigh it out. You can do that several times in your practice. It really helps to just get rid of it. Let's take ourselves back into knees to the chest. Hold them in nice and tight. And today we're going to take embryo position on both sides as part of our Shavasana. So we'll extend the legs for just a moment into traditional Shavasana, but then I want to go into embryo posture on each side. Sometimes we go to the same side all the time, and it's best if we give equal opportunity to both sides so we don't get into habitual movement patterns. So let's lie in Shavasana, traditional or whatever feels good in your body. And take a couple of breaths here. Just tune in to your breath. Notice the sensations in your body. There might be kind of a buzzing in your bones, kind of an energy flowing. Soften your eyebrows. Soften your jaw. And then draw the knees into your chest. With your eyes closed, if you feel comfortable with that, and your knees into your chest, let's take our left arm underneath our left ear for a pillow and lean or roll over to your left side for fetal position to your left. Draw the knees in and just settle in. Let your body be heavy into the ground. Take a deep breath in. And then let go. Like something is, if your knees are kind of hugging in, just let them go. Let them kind of relax out a little bit. One more deep breath in here. And gently bring yourself up through center. Using the right arm underneath the right ear and right temple for your pillow on the right side. And then start out by pulling the knees and kind of hunching into that embryo position, the fetal position, and then soften and let your body kind of do what it wants to do. Let your arms flow where they need to. Be heavy into the ground. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And then bring yourself up to a seated position for our final posture here today. Sukhasana, easy seat. And let's place one hand on one knee, palm down, and the other on the other knee, palm up, however you're seated, if you can. Palm down denotes grounding, and palm up denotes receiving. Close down the eyes if you can, if you like. Maybe just gaze downward. And today, I hope you remain really grounded as you take your yoga off your mat into the world. And I hope you're open to receiving all the gifts of the universe. Let's bring the hands to the heart. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, bowing in reverie to each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. I love practicing with you. And even though I can't see you right now, I can feel you. And I'm so, so happy that we're together again. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.